Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to be reviewing Boo Madea Halloween, not the second one, but the first one, which came out not last year, but the year before that. So it came out in, I believe, 16. And Tyler Perry is what can you say? It's Tyler Perry, so it is what it is. It speaks for itself. But, I know a lot of people in the black community, they think that his films are detrimental to the black community, that they're more harm than good, that they're one of the problems in the black community, that his films are nothing but, coonery and buffoonery, as they say. I like Tyler Perry just because of how he's gotten to where he's at from, his background, from where he came from and how he's made some of himself. I like that aspect of him and I give him credit for that, but when it comes to his films, they have been hit and miss. And when they miss, they fucking miss. And this film, it's weird because I like about 20 minutes of this film, and the rest is just fucking insufferable. There's a scene in the beginning where there's a Medea and her friends who I cannot name for the life of me, and the uncle who has the puffy cotton hair, and Tyler Perry being the dad. I don't know what his name is, I forgot. But there's a scene with all of them in the living room of Tyler Perry's house where he's like explaining why he needs why he needs Medea and her friends to watch his daughter who's trying to sneak out. And I like that part. It was enjoyable. I got a few chuckles out of it. But once that scene ended, this film was just like, God fucking damn it, just end already. And you know, one of the problems with the film is it just repeats the same jokes over and over again. Like, it's not one of those films where it can cleverly reintroduce jokes that's already done. Like, once they've said a joke or a joke's been done and they go back to it, because the film's just so poorly made, it sticks out. Like, when it comes back around, you're like, oh, what the fuck? They're making that joke again? Like, there's a constant joke about one of the friends having weed. There's another constant joke about one of the friends who has some bizarre ass speech impediment. I think it's a speech impediment. I don't know what the hell it is. There's a few other jokes that just keep coming back over and over again, and they either never land at all, or the ones that do land are just negated because they keep going back to it. It's like they had a list of what did well with test audiences, and they're like, okay, we're just going to keep putting that shit in there and people will like it. And the problem is, when you have a pretty bad movie and you keep repeating the only good jokes that are like a handful and a few others, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So the jokes, large in part, are pretty bad. Some aren't really jokes to me, but some people may find it funny. Like I said, outside of the 20 minutes in the living room, the rest of this film was just, I was like, it gets to a point where it's like, look, Tyler Perry, you've made your money. You've been labeled as a successful filmmaker by most, I believe, or if not by people in general, by the people in your inner circles, like other directors and such. I don't know why you keep making shit movies. And I have liked some Tyler Perry movies. I loved Daddy's Little Girl, that was made, I believe, back in 2007 or 8 or 9. It was a long time ago, but it had Idris Elba in it, and he was fantastic. And there's been a few other Tyler Perry films that I've enjoyed, but the Madea films are the films that, for whatever reason, by and large, they do not click with me. And there are some jokes in them that I can sit down and laugh at. I'm not one of those like people who sits down with the frowny face and are like, fuck Tyler Perry, fuck Madea. I have an open mind, but even with an open mind, this movie was still dog shit. And they made a second one, which, from what I've heard, the production value was even worse because in this film, the production value wasn't great, which is mind-boggling because, you would think that Tyler Perry, with as much money as he has in his own production studio, I believe, he has his own room where he films movies. I believe that Black Panther was filmed in one of those studios that he owns. So why this film looks so cheap and so indie as it does, and not the good type of indie. I have no clue. Maybe he just didn't really give a shit and was just trying to slap stuff against the wall and was like, hey, if it sticks, it sticks. If it falls, it falls. If it doesn't land, who gives a fuck? Um, but yeah, my final conclusion of the film is it's a film that if you have nothing else to do and you're just looking for a fucking dumb comedy where you can just laugh at the movie itself and not with the movie, and you're not really looking to get nothing out of the film, this is perfect for you because the performances they're as good as a Tyler Perry film of this degree would be. So the performances leave a lot to be desired. A lot of the characters aren't even likable. The daughter's fucking insufferable. The writing is just repeating the same jokes and repeating really what Madea's been doing for like the past decade or so, I feel like. And that's really about it. I mean, it's just rinse, wash, repeat, cash in at this point, and Tyler Perry's made a formula that he can cash in on, so power to the guy. But yeah, with that said, I think that's all I got to say about this film, and I will see you guys later, and until then, take it easy. Bye-bye.